In the buzzing heart of Lagos, Janet, a beautiful university graduate, had a great job at a tech company. Her salary was enviable, but it wasn't enough to fuel her taste for the finer things in life. She dreamed of designer clothes, exotic trips, and a luxury apartment. She craved the life she saw on social media, not just the appearance of wealth, but the real deal. So she started attending high-profile parties, hoping to meet someone who could give her the life she desperately wanted. One night, her well-connected friend Anita called. "Janet, there's a party tomorrow night, a high-profile event. You should come." The next evening, Janet looked stunning, every bit the elite woman she longed to be, at an exclusive rooftop bar. She met Desmond, a tall, impeccably dressed businessman who radiated wealth and confidence. He was instantly taken with her. Later that night, he invited her to his hotel, but his proposal was strange. He wasn't interested in romance. He pulled out bundles of cash and made an unusual offer. Janet was hesitant, but the sight of the money was too tempting. "If I agree, all this is mine," she thought. She accepted. This strange transaction continued for months. Desmond was only interested in their specific arrangement. Afterward, he'd transfer millions into her account and leave. Janet's bank balance grew beyond her wildest dreams. She bought designer everything, moved into a high-end apartment, and lived the life she always wanted. Her friends were envious, admiring her seemingly effortless fortune. Then, after 3 months, Desmond vanished. He blocked her number and disappeared without a trace. Janet was annoyed at first, but soon found comfort in her newfound wealth. Weeks later, Janet woke up with a strange, heavy sensation in her chest and unbearable pain. She went to the hospital, but doctors found nothing wrong. They gave her painkillers, which helped for a while. But a couple of days later, her health took a drastic turn. Her chest began to itch uncontrollably, and scratching only made it worse. She went to several hospitals, but every test came back normal. The creams they prescribed seemed to intensify the itching, as if hot pepper was being poured on her skin. Soon, a foul-smelling liquid started to drip from her chest, which became sore and raw. Her friend Anita grew suspicious. She remembered the mysterious Desmond and how Janet's illness started right after he disappeared. "Janet," she said, "do you think this has something to do with Desmond? It doesn't feel like a coincidence." Janet's eyes filled with fear. "You might be right," she cried. "I was blinded by the money and the lifestyle. I didn't care how I got it, and now I need help." Her condition worsened, the foul-smelling liquid continued, and the sores wouldn't heal. Soon maggots started emerging from her chest. The pain was unbearable. Janet cried day and night, filled with regret. She thought of her modest, loving family who had worked so hard to give her a good life. She wanted more, and now she was paying the price. It was too late. The deed was done. Anita took Janet to her village to see her parents. When her father saw her, he was frozen in shock. "What happened to you, Janet?" he whispered. Her mother couldn't hold back her tears. Janet confessed everything. How could you? Her mother cried. Your father and I worked so hard to make sure you never lacked anything. Her father's voice was a mix of anger and sorrow. Didn't you know there are no shortcuts in life? Things that look easy often come with the greatest price. Look at how you've destroyed yourself for money. They took her to a powerful herbalist in a distant village. The herbalist looked at Janet and said, "This girl has made a grave pact. The spirit attached to it is very strong." He prepared remedies, but they had no effect. "There is nothing more I can do," he said sorrowfully. "I'm afraid it's too late. Take your daughter home and spend your last days with her." Janet's mother was devastated. Just when all hope seemed lost, a friend told Janet's mother about a powerful man of God in a neighboring village. They took Janet to his church. The pastor looked at her with compassion. "Your daughter has been affected by forces beyond the physical," he said. "The devil has come to stay, but God is the greatest. We will pray for her deliverance." The pastor, along with his prayer warriors, knelt and prayed with an intensity that shook the room. Janet felt an overwhelming surge of heat, and she screamed, clutching her chest. The pastor laid his hands on her, commanding the tormenting force to leave. Suddenly, Janet gasped. A heavy weight lifted from her, and a sense of relief washed over her. Tears of gratitude streamed down her face. "Thank you, Pastor," she whispered. "Thank God, my child," he replied. "He is the one who healed you." Janet slowly recovered and returned to her normal life. She dedicated herself to educating young girls about the dangers of greed, warning them not to make the same mistake. She learned the hard way that wealth and luxury mean nothing if they cost you your soul. I hope you learned something from Janet's story. If you enjoyed it, please like the video, comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more stories like this. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.